Welcome to Manufacturing Talk Radio. We are at the New Jersey MEP event for Manufacturing Day, and we're meeting with a number of manufacturers here in our remote studio, if you will, meeting with Howard McIlvaine, who's Vice President of Operations for UNEX. And Howard, your company makes some very interesting conveyor systems, which Lou and I were talking about very recently on the radio show. One about Amazon.com, where the shelf comes to the picker instead of the picker going to the shelf.
Yeah, we're actually involved with Amazon through couple of our distributors. We don't sell mostly direct, but we sell through distributors.
Okay.
But we're not involved with that shelving unit, but we are involved with where that shelving unit goes and brings things to. We do some packaging stations for Amazon that have our conveyor and racking in it. Not really what else I'm allowed to say about some of this stuff, secrecy type stuff.
Right. Oh, of course.
But Amazon, Amazon, Walmart, all these big retailers are growing a lot and competing with each other, so it's good for us.
Well, warehouse and distribution is exploding.
Yes.
That's got to be where your niche is that correct?
That's probably a good 50% of our business is the warehousing. The other is back rooms of stores or assembly environments. We're heavy in the automotive or anything like automotive assembly, where they're feeding parts to assembly lines. So that car coming down the line needs a mirror, needs a steering wheel. Our conveyors will feed those parts to the assembly workers.
So is your manufacturing located here in New Jersey?
Yes. We've been in New Jersey for 54 years. We are currently in the Lakewood Industrial Park. We moved there about 5 years ago. Prior to that, we were in Jackson, New Jersey for 30-some years.
Okay. How many square feet?
We currently have about 80,000 square feet.
And within that 80,000 square feet, what's being manufactured?
We are actually, and the funny thing is, we are actually manufacturing. People are surprised. You walk into our building and we have raw materials coming in. We have coils of steel, 20-foot lengths of bundles of tubing, wire. So we cut tubing to make rollers out of. We straighten wire, we buy bearings and press it all together to make rollers. We have coil lines where we bring basically metal tape coils in.
Right.
We punch them, perforate them, and then we roll form them to make side channels for the conveyor.
Okay.
It's very similar to how they make gutters for your houses. It's they pull that flap and they bend it up with nice rollers. All those parts get sent over to our assembly area and get assembled and shipped out right in Lakewood. So
Are you having any tariff issues with regards to steel?
We've had a little bit. We had some spikes. Things have settled down a little bit. There is some good exclusion stuff going on where we can apply for exclusions.
Yeah.
There's actually, I think, a seminar here today about it.
Right.
A couple of our purchasing people have educated themselves on it and have applied for us to have exclusions with our specific products that we bring in, from Canada or whoever our suppliers are bringing them in, so that we still don't get totally slammed with price increases. Because then we have to pass them on to our customers.
Of course.
The exclusion process, is that a long period of time or is it relatively short?
I am not totally sure. I know you have to apply. We buy most of our materials through mills or steel or distributors. We have to apply, I think, specifically for the product, the material we buy and who we buy it from and through, and then we can get excluded. We can get on an exclusion list, so we're not hit with a tariff when it comes to. But if that same distributor is buying, steel, that same steel for somebody else, they have to pass along the tariffs.
Right.
I don't know where it's going or how it's all going to pan out. Or if it even's going to work at this point, but I know it exists, and I'm waiting to hear back from my purchasing people to see, if we get approved for anything and to keep our prices where they're at.
Howard, to dispel the myth, I'm going to assume if I walk into your plant, I'm not walking into dark, dirty, and dangerous.
No, by all means. 25 years ago, yes, you might have. I would say in the last 15 to 20 years, we pride ourselves on, when we moved to Lakewood 5 years ago, the first thing I did before we even moved in, had floors epoxy coated, so they're nice bright gray, whites, walls painted, all new lighting, so that, the last thing I want quality product.
Right.
To have quality product, you need happy employees. You need employees who can see what they're doing and do it safely.
And be proud of their job.
And be proud of the jobs and proud to come to a clean place and not go home dirty every night or tired and eyes strained.
Right.
So we get a lot of compliments from anybody that ever tours our place. It's well kept and clean. It's noisy.
I'm sure.
Because when you put holes in metal, it's noisy, but it's clean.
So from a manufacturing standpoint, your people are working one shift or two shifts?
We have 2 shifts, 5 days a week. We have a day shift and an evening shift right now. It's a full day shift, and then the evening shift is a bridge shift, so it's about a third the amount of employees. But it's 5 days a week. We will run overtime in the morning on the day shift or later at night on the evening shift, and we'll run half-day Saturdays. And we do run some overtime now. I currently employ 95 people in New Jersey.
Okay.
Full time. We do have some temporary employees with fluctuations of business, and then we have about 10 sales reps around the country that work for us.
Okay. And are you looking for people and can't find them?
Yes. We're always looking for people. Obviously, this day and age, it's hard to find good people that sometimes really want to work. But we're always looking for people.
Okay.
The skill gap issue, Tim and I talked a lot about on our show, and this seems to be going to be an ongoing problem unless programs like NJMEP and the Department of Labor helping in getting programs and training programs in place so we'll have more people available that can do good work.
Yes.
I think it was only last week the Department of Labor came out with their number of 506,000 manufacturing jobs now open and available. And it's the highest that's ever been.
Yeah.
And that number is going to continue to increase unless we have these types of programs available and have.
You'd be surprised how many people I hire. People that went to school to be teachers. They went to be at school, and not necessarily in my factory, but in my office positions.
Right.
Customer service, order entry, marketing. I got people that have degrees and they're not doing what they went to school for. They're good people.
I'm sure.
And I think they're happy, and some are quite surprised. I have a woman in my purchasing department that I think went to school for accounting or finance or accounting. I think she's found herself a new career, because she's excited. It's different. It does involve numbers and buying and purchasing, and she can make a good salary. It's not what she thought she was going to be doing, but it's the same thing with our shop. We're always looking for good people. The way of the machine operators, machinists, maintenance people, we don't really weld, but I know welders is a big one too. They're finding those people that even know how to use the old machines. We have some new machines and we have some old machines. So you get people that either went to school for all the CNC, fully computer, more engineer type stuff. We have some of that. But you also need those guys that are still familiar with the old milling machines or the old drill presses, how to use a tape measure, how to use. Because we still got, because we've been in business for 54 years. I got old equipment and new equipment. I need people to run both, and we don't always have the money to run out and buy all new equipment to replace all that old equipment.
Right.
So
soon you'll be hiring robots.
Well, it looks like I got one next to me in the room there, in the other room.
Okay.
Somebody's giving a demo in there now. The robots are cool. I think you still need people to. You'll need engineers, obviously, to program them, design them, but the maintenance aspect is huge. I see it now, even in all distribution centers. All the automated storage and retrieval systems.
Right.
And they're great because they can, they basically can do the work of a lot of people. Maybe you don't need as much manual labor, but you need those more mid-level technician people that can fix these things. Mm-hmm. So they're always looking for these things. They might be great when they're brand new, but they will break,
and I'm sure
they need to get fixed.
I'm sure there are occasions when the robot moving across the floor unexpectedly stopped.
Yeah.
And then it's like, where's the technician?
And then you still need the manual people to pick up the pace and keep the job going too. Yeah. It's,
we interviewed one company, I don't recall the name, that does all the maintenance on these robots, and they all do it all remotely.
Yeah.
And that's a big factor also.
That's a big, that's
remote maintenance.
That's wild. Well, Howard, we're going to keep in touch with you and your company.
Okay.
Keep in touch with us.
Yes.
We're always looking for kind of new, exciting technology stories, what manufacturers are doing. There's always some new innovation within manufacturing. So we appreciate you being on Manufacturing Talk Radio and chatting with us a bit about what UNEX does.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It's good. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Howard.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.